Here's another great tip for working your hooking guard. One of the problems with hooking guard, there are positives and negatives as there are with everything, but one of the real positives is that we can move the guy around, we can make it very hard for him. He's got to be very careful about the way he moves, how he stands up. One of the negatives with the hooking guard is you can find yourself, you have to move, you have to be active. As opposed to a closed guard, you can close your legs, and if you've broken him down, you can have a bit of a rest. So here's a great way to have a bit of a rest and get some time when I have the guy in a hooking guard. I've got my hooks in, but what I'm looking for here is some off-balancing move. I might partially put my hook enough to get my other underhook under. So I end up with two underhooks. If I clasp my hands together and keep them right up behind my partner's neck, like that, and I just keep working my shins away from my butt a little bit, I can get a good rest here. So he can be moving around. I can kind of keep him here almost in the same way as we keep someone in a half guard, but in a closed guard. With a closed guard, my feet are closed around the guy's back, and I'm using my arms. In a hooking guard, in this situation, it's the opposite. I have my arms locked around his back, and I'm using my feet to mess him up. So it can be looked at the same kind of way. I'm locking the guy here. So the great thing about this is that I can hold David. He can't get his posture. He can't get off my hooks very easily because he needs his hands to get access to my feet to disengage. With my arms locked up like this, he can't touch my hooks. The problem usually is, though, I can't sweep him because he's got his hands out and he can post. Here's a great way to go from this position up. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to punch him back using my shins to push him in that direction, away from me. And then I sit up and I prepare my hook sweep. So I hold him here for a bit, I get a bit of a rest, I punch him back. Now when I get up, notice that my right knee dropped in. Because my right knee here, now he can't drive me back down, which will be his first reaction. So my right knee's punched in there, holding him. That's an important detail. Let's look at that again. So I come down, I've got him in my double underhooks, hands locked, I'm having my rest. I punch him away, knee in, giving me time to grab his hand. Good underhook. He moves his hand to do anything. I shove it under his body, lift up with my hook, taking him over and establishing my position on side control with my underhook. One more time, a whole lot. Just this way a little bit. I have him down, locking my hands up. I take a rest. I can rest as long as I want. Punch him back. Get hold of that wrist. He goes to move, take him over. Establish side control with my underhook. So we can use this idea of the double underhook in a hook guard to get a big rest. We can punch him back. Most people think of using their hooks as a method of pulling him. We can also use our shins to push him, so we can start working our hooks in both directions. So that's some great tips. I hope they work for you. For more details, plenty of other sweeps and other moves, a full curriculum can be obtained from our site, www.grappling.us.